National Night Out.
To order. Kyle, would you do me a favor? Mike's got it. Never mind. Thank you, Chief.
So we'll start with roll call. Mayor Beeson,
Present.
Vice Mayor Stover,
Here.
Commissioner Spillman,
Here.
Commissioner Tweedy,
Here.
Commissioner Warren.
Here. Okay, Larry, would you give us the invocation, please?
Yes.
Everybody, please stand.
Let's pray. Now, Father, we thank you so much for the blessings of the day, and we ask your blessing upon this meeting. We thank you for our commissioners. We're thankful, Lord, for the work that they put in to lead our city. I pray that you'd bless our management team, bless our workers, bless our city, each person that has dreams, each person that's going through struggles. I pray that you'd help them today, and we trust you for all these things. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Approval of the agenda.
Move that we approve the agenda as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Awards and proclamation.
Proclaim October 2025 as Community Planning Month in Arkansas City.
Planning?
Yeah.
Mike Bell has come up for this one. Whereas, change is constant and affects all cities, towns, counties, townships, rural areas, and other places. And whereas community planning and plans can help to manage this change in a way that provides better choices for how people work, live, and play. And community planning provides an opportunity for all residents to be involved meaningful in making those choices that determine the future of the community. And whereas the full benefits of planning require public officials and citizens who understand, support, and demand excellence in planning and planning implementation. And whereas the month of October is designated as National Community Planning Month throughout the United States of America and its territories. And whereas the celebration of National Community Planning Month gives us the opportunity to recognize publicly the participation and dedication of the members of planning commissions and other citizen planners who have contributed their time and expertise to the improvement of the city of Arkansas City, Kansas. And whereas tonight we recognize the many valuable contributions made by professional, community, and regional planners of the city of Arkansas City, Kansas, and extend our heartfelt thanks for the continued commitment to public service of these professionals. Now, therefore, the mayor of the city of Arkansas City does hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Community Planning Month in the city of Arkansas City, Kansas, in conjunction with the celebration of National Community Planning Month throughout the United States, and urge all citizens to observe this day with appropriate ceremonies. Thanks for all you do, Mike.
Mike, what's the plan?
I don't have a plan.
No plan.
And so the second proclamation, get my place here, is proclaim October 7th, 2025 as National Night Out in Arkansas City.
Chief Holloway. Whereas the National Association of Town Watch annually sponsors National Night Out, a unique nationwide crime, drug, and violence prevention program. And whereas the annual National Night Out event provides a unique opportunity for Arkansas City to join forces with thousands of other communities across cooperative police community crime prevention efforts. And whereas our Kansas City community plays a vital role in assisting our Kansas City Police Department through joint crime, drug, and violence prevention efforts in our Kansas City, and is supporting National Night Out, October 2025 locally. And whereas it is essential that all citizens of our Kansas City be aware of the importance of crime prevention programs and the impact their participation can have on reducing crime, drugs, and violence in our Kansas City. And whereas the police community partnerships, neighborhood safety, awareness, and cooperation are important themes of the National Night Out program. And now, therefore, the mayor does hereby call upon all citizens of the city of Arkansas City, Kansas, to join our Kansas City Police Department and National Association of Town Watch in supporting the 41st Annual National Night Out, and does hereby proclaim Tuesday, October 7th, 2025, as National Night Out in our Kansas City, Kansas. The mayor further calls upon all citizens to consider attending or supporting the annual National Night Out kickoff party, to be held from 5 to 8 p.m. Monday, October 6th, 2025, at Wilson Park in our Kansas City.
Recognition of visitors and staff.
I think that was accidentally left on the agenda.
That was left on.
So
Okay,
we
that's
don't
what I
have
was gonna say. I didn't
anything
think we
on
had
there.
any. but I was assuming that was from the officers from last time.
No.
Okay, consent agenda.
Do you want me to read through them?
You wouldn't mind doing
Okay.
just the three real quick.
So the first one is to approve the September 2nd, 2025 regular meeting minutes as written. Item number 2 is to approve a resolution authorizing a public meeting of the governing body to attend the Public Building Commission meeting at 5:15 October 7th, 2025 in the commission meeting room at City Hall located at 118 West Central Avenue in Arkansas City, Kansas. And item number 3 is a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to allocate unpledged healthcare sales tax funds in the amount of $18,496 to SCK Health for uncompensated care provided to the community consistent with ordinance number 2019-02-4481 and the city's intent to annually appropriate available revenues for healthcare purposes.
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda as read.
Second.
Third.
I got everybody on board here. Any discussion, questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. New business.
Item number 1 is a resolution to approve the third addendum to the lease agreement with the Arkansas City Public Library Board of Directors, extending the lease term through September 30th of 2035, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement on behalf of the city.
Okay.
You want details on that one?
It's probably what we've done in the past. We just-
So this is a third amendment. They are entering it to a year early. Both parties agree. With still the provisions to extend another 10 years if they want. And what this does, it affirms continued occupancy of the site, even if there's new construction of a new library.
Okay.
And so and then it reaffirms conditions of the original lease. So if we were to sell or anything like that, they would have a home to go to, basically.
Okay.
Did I say that correctly?
Yes, I think just a few additions that they wanted at the library to ensure if they moved on, they still had a place that they could use as well. And a couple other provisions, I think that she'd mentioned that wanted to go ahead and shore up in anticipation maybe of some other things happening at the library.
Well, that being said, I make a motion on a resolution to approve the third addendum to the lease agreement with the Arkansas City Public Library Board of Directors, extending lease terms through September 30th, 2035, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement on behalf of the city.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 2 is an ordinance exempting the application of KSA 47-719D to allow the sale and consumption of alcoholic liquor at a designated area of SCK Health during the Fall on the Lawn special event on October 4th, 2025. This is become an annual item. This is the third one that we've done. And this is basically for them to have a beer garden. And in the packet, I did include a map of where that beer garden will be. And so they've got a celebration going on there, fundraising that typically, I think some of the proceeds go to fireworks. And I'm not sure if Pam's here. If you have any questions about the event, Pam Crane is part of heading up this board. For this
I've been out
event.
there the last 2 years. They did a fine job.
Yeah, there's a band and
Yes.
Optimist does
Good food to
burgers.
eat.
And yeah, it's really the community really does come together for this event.
Right, then I make a motion for an ordinance exempting the application of KSA 41719D to allow the sale and consumption of alcoholic liquor at a designated area of SCK Health during the Fall on the Lawn special event on October 4th,
Second.
2025. Boy, she got that one out there
Yeah,
quick.
one did.
All right, any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Now,
Those opposed? Motion carries.
I believe that was the roll call vote.
Oh, you are
It
correct.
is.
My apologies. We'll try that one again.
Okay. Mayor Beeson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stover,
Yes.
Commissioner Spillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Tweedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Ward.
Yes.
Looks like we got 3 more roll calls, so.
Yeah, we'll have a few.
Okay.
So item number 3 is to consider the first reading of an ordinance levying special assessments for code enforcement activities for unpaid weed mowing charges.
This is the unpaid balances for noxious weeds that we have abated, call vegetation. And the total cost on that is $24,105. That's right at about the same what it was last year. And a lot of these properties are repeats, remodels, time and time again.
And so a first reading is just this will appear in the paper.
I'm sorry.
The first reading means this will appear in the paper or,
So that's old language you used to use. We've just kept it on here because sometimes these would get tabled if there was anything in question. So this is the first time, it means this is the first time you've heard of it, first time we presented it, first time we brought everything together
gotcha.
for
Okay,
approval.
fair enough.
Mike, do we contract the mowing out now?
No, the city does.
We're doing it.
Person from the Arnold Group, and that's saving us money this year.
Okay,
This is big part of last year and a little bit of this year.
okay.
And that goes on our tax roll then, or,
It'll go on the special on the
Yeah.
tax bill.
okay.
Make a motion, we approve consideration for first reading of ordinance levying special assessments for code enforcement activities for unpaid weed mowing charges. Second.
All in favor? Go ahead, Jay.
Question. It's a roll call.
Oh, roll call.
Hey, this is the first reading, so what happens to the next reading on it?
There is.
There won't be a next reading unless you decided to table it. And now, so if that's confusing to you guys in future years, we can change that to say like we approve an ordinance, you know,
Okay.
so.
Basically, this is the first and only reading that we.
Okay,
To be
But a
clear,
lot of the times if some,
And
you can
Larry
what?
can.
yeah, to be clear, if you pass this, it's passed, it's done.
Right.
It's an ordinance.
So I'm assuming if somebody came and argued it or something, we may table it and then put it into a second reading. Is that what would?
Not after you approve it.
Right, but I'm saying, that's why, that's the reason
But if,
for it.
yes,
Okay.
yes, if somebody was here that was on this list and said, you know, I'll pay.
Everybody's
and you guys decide.
with certified letters, correct?
He sent a certified letter the first time, and if they take care of it, then, of course, it's abated by the owner. If it goes back up, we only send them one certified letter. We can go ahead and just get a case on it and have it mowed every time.
Okay.
So we send one certified letter, and after that, we can mow it anytime. You know, just about the 80 inches.
Do you keep track of how many we get back undeliverable?
There's quite a few. I want to say probably 30%, 40%. Comes back unsigned.
Okay, we have a first and a second.
So Mayor Beeson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stuber,
Yes.
Commissioner Spillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
yes.
Commissioner Tweedy.
Yes.
Okay. Number 4.
So this is consider a first reading for an ordinance levying special assessments for code enforcement activities for unpaid trash and rubbish charges.
This is the amount of money that are unpaid by the residents that we have not made any payments on it or anything. And this is on trash, debris, tree limbs, that kind of stuff. And here again, we sent a certified letter to them, notifying them what's going on. And then it comes back unsigned, made it right then and there. If it comes back signed, we wait the 10 days of signature. And then they get it back. And this one here, again, is a little bit more than what it was last year, not much.
Make a motion for an ordinance levying special assessment of code enforcement activities for unpaid trash and rubbish charges.
Second.
Okay, this is a roll call vote.
Mayor Beeson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stover,
Yes.
Commissioner Spillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Tweedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Item number 5 is consider for approval a certificate of assessment, special assessment for dangerous structure demolitions.
These are structures that we had demo, and we have the majority of them are from last year, out of last year's budget. And these are ones that we have demoed, and property owners have not come before us to make payments or anything like that. And this will go down as special assessments still on their taxes.
I make a motion for approval of certificate of special assessment for dangerous structure demolitions.
Second.
Comments, questions?
Now, Mike, when we pass this, this will go to the county and be a sheriff sale.
Not a sheriff's sale. I mean, if the people pay it to the county or they pay their taxes, then they'll still keep the property.
Okay.
We don't get the property just because we demo it.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
So roll call vote again. Mayor Beeson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stover,
Yes.
Commissioner Tweedy, Commissioner Tweedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Spillman,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Kyle.
So under environmental services, item number 1 is a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to accept a bid from Fluid Equipment for the purchase and installation of a new waste dump at the water treatment facility, including associated materials for an amount of $14,567.50, excluding additional freight.
Evening, honorable mayor and members of the commission. I bring before you today the water treatment facility. It has pumps that it uses to pump the backwash water from the green sands down to the wastewater plant. Lately, they've been showing alarms and signs of years of use, so it's time to start refurbishing them. And the only way that we can do that is by buying an extra pump, because you always need two to be able to backwash or move enough water for the backwash. I was going to say, so we were just going to buy this third pump so we can throw in the hole, pull one out, refurbish it, so we just have 3 in rotation the entire time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. You'll never have any downtime by doing it that way.
I was going to say, yeah, because
You're going proactive.
yeah, exactly.
Do you, is this in your budget or is this extra?
This is budgeted.
This is budgeted. Okay.
Make a motion that we approve a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to accept a bid from Fluid Equipment for the purchase and installation of new waste pump at the water treatment facility, including associated materials for an amount of $14,567.50, excluding additional freight.
I'll second that.
This is just a voice vote. I can do this one.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Kyle, do me a favor. Don't leave the meeting. I want to make sure you stick around for the end.
Okay.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Chief
Under-
Holloway.
So under Police Department, item number 1 is a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to purchase a KBI desktop life scan plus fingerprint machine manufactured by DataWorks Plus for an amount not to exceed $29,072.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. As you're well aware, we've asked for a new fingerprint machine for the last several years. Ours is 15 years old. Our great IT manager, Matt, has pieced it together a few times to make it where it will still work. So we consulted with him in this whole bidding process to make sure that he approved of it and was happy with what we were wanting to purchase. So we did send out bids, and we DataWorks come back with a live scan model. On the top, I did provide what we were purchasing with that was $20,336. Our approved budget for that item was $30,000. So again, speaking with Matt, he suggested purchasing the warranty in advance instead of 1 year at a time. So our total purchasing a 5-year warranty is $29,072, which is still under our allotted budget by a little bit, and that saves us about $1,248 in our warranty by purchasing that the very first year instead of 1 year at a time.
It's kind of a stupid question, but what's the difference between this and what we got? I mean, I know it's newer, but it's
It's basically the same. It's just a newer model. The items at the bottom that they wanted us to purchase with it are all items that we have that we're keeping from our other unit, which was another about $6,000-7,000, and we're just going to use what we had from the 15 years ago: our stand, our cameras for the mug shots, and our monitor. We still have a valid monitor for that. So basically it's the same. It's digital, no ink involved,
Okay.
and we can still send the forms to the KBI. We fingerprint people from municipal court on Tuesdays, and then every year we charge a $20 fee for fingerprints for licenses for teachers, insurance agents. We've had them come in. Any profession that requires fingerprints on a regular basis, they come in. And so each year we do return about $3,000 to $5,000 a year in fingerprint fees
Oh, wow.
to the
I
city.
didn't know that.
So we're asking for your approval on this budgeted item of a new fingerprint machine for the police department.
Who does the district court? County do that?
Yes, sir.
That being said, then, I move we authorize the city of Arkansas City to purchase a KBI desktop live scan plus fingerprint machine manufactured by DataWorks Plus for the amount not to exceed $29,072.
Second.
Only thing I want to say is, Chief, I appreciate you reusing the things that we could. This could have very easily, you could have spent another $10,000 pretty easily and been justified in it. So I appreciate you taking taxpayers' money into consideration and holding on to these other items and making them work for us. So thank you for that. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Thanks,
Thank
Chief.
you all very much.
Thanks, Chief.
Items for discussion by commissioners.
Do not have anything at this time?
All right, Kyle, here's where I'll brag you up a little bit. I want to say that during our Friday meeting, Chief was very complimentary. Fire Chief Stuart Caspin was very complimentary of the way you've been handling the fire hydrants, replacing those and taking care of those. And I believe Friday morning, I was headed to the gym, and I got a call from somebody just saying that, hey, I saw a water break. It was, I think, 6 a.m. or something. Called Tony. He got hold of it. When I left and came back around to check on it, you guys were there working on it, digging in it already. So I appreciate them getting on that so quickly. And then I also got a call Friday night while I was at the bar. So, and I had a gentleman saying that they had a water break. So I sent him the number. He called me the next morning and said that your men answered on the first ring. They were yes sir, no sir. We'll get right on it. They were out there very quickly and taking care of the business. And he said he was impressed and he wanted me to pass that on. So that's why I did not want you to leave. I think you need to hear that the water department is doing a good job. The brick job out here was all done by the water department. Usually it's the street department that does that. So appreciate you guys doing that as well. So let the guys know I haven't always been the biggest fan of the water department, but I see they're making leaps and bounds, and it is noticed.
They got a good leader.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, that was on my part. That's all I had. So comments from the audience members. Did anybody sign up?
First is Lloyd Colston.
Okay. You'll have 5 minutes, sir.
You let me know when it's 4 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm done. Mayor, Commission, thank you for being volunteers to sit in the chairs that you sit in. And to the employees of the city of Ark City, thank you for the difficult times that you find yourselves in. On your, you have a sheet. You have a sheet. You have a sheet. On that sheet, you'll see a gold Post-it note. Put your hand on your pen on that not gold Post-it note. Write the one thing, tangible thing that you are most proud of. Might be your car, might be your house, might be your water department. I hope it might be your library. What thing? Write it down. This is homework, folks. On the gold note, on the gold Post-it note, write down the person that you are most dear to in your heart. If that person was not in your life, who would that be? Who would that be? Write it down. This is homework. When you go home tonight, take the gold Post-it note, put it on your bathroom mirror. Put the not gold Post-it note on your bathroom mirror. The idea is that thing that you put on your Post-it note, when Jesus comes back, that thing will burn up with a fire unlike you will ever have experienced. When Jesus comes back, the person you've named on your gold Post-it note will endure forever, in eternity, be it heaven or hell, because you get upset about a flag that has a rainbow on it. And I'm not telling you not to, because it doesn't agree with my philosophy, but that flag is a flag of promise. And everybody thinks, oh, good, the world won't burn up. The world will not be flooded. They forget that flag's also a promise that the world will end in a great fire. That's your homework. On this sheet are some words. Your city manager told you last week that the county was approved, but the city, it was not something that damaged us. That was half the story. The other half of the story is hazard mitigation grant program. I have told people in their earshot during a disaster, this is the bread and butter of what you do. The bread and butter of emergency management is in the hazard mitigation grant program. It was in the paper that you fired your emergency management coordinator. You get to micromanage this. You contact the county. You contact the state, because to get money out of this program, you have to apply. The money comes from a pool that a percentage of every disaster gets money into it.
30 seconds.
Thank you. And every disaster produces that pool. You don't get any money out of the pool if you apply not. If you do apply, you're in competition with the other counties in Kansas that are also applying. The problem is most of the urban areas apply. I will close with, I'm not rendering any more of my time to you. This moment of silence is brought to you by the Library of Congress, from whose collection the local library produced a work that I needed to read. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. Thank you to the citizens of Ark City for being understanding of these volunteers. And thank you for the employees that have to go through this difficult time. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Elton. Is it Go? You don't want to speak? Okay.
We got, go ahead if you would. And we have you signed because Tiffany has to put this in the note, in the meeting minutes. No, you're fine. You are fine.
Hey, I do it all the time.
No, really, it's fine.
Okay, we have Melissa Call.
Okay.
We own some buildings downtown. I don't know, I know some of you, not all of you. I know him back there in the back. We have been dealing with the hailstorm. It affected several of our real estate pieces very badly. One of those is the building at 219 North Summit. Y'all probably noticed it. It has the fence around it.
Right by the dance studio and Niles.
Yeah. At one time, it was part of the dance studio. We bought it from them, and it's right next to Summit Realty. It is also connected to their building, so it's connected to both. It has been a nightmare. The hailstorm pushed the building forward a few inches at the very top, and the wind and the hail just literally pushed it forward. The sod, I think is the right word. And so it's separating up there. And that's the reason we came to the city ourselves and talked to Mike, trying to get some help. We put up our own pylons and roped it off at first, and then we came to Mike and asked for help because we was worried. And things have spiraled, and everything has just went sideways. Our insurance company is still denying. We do have shelter insurance. They are denying that there was even hail damage here. And that the damage was from hail damage. In fact, I talked to the insurance commissioner of Kansas today. She called me on our thing that was turned in. Because we had major damage at our other building at 307, 309. And we have not been able to reopen it because it literally went through our metal ceiling there. And we had so much water damage that it warped the floor and then water came in, and went down to the basement and filled up the basement with water. And it's been, there is so many buildings that this has happened to, so many people's houses, our home, my Dennis's home we haven't even been able to deal with that. We just have tubs to catch the water. We have holes like this in our roof. And we're not insured at our house anymore. We were dropped a couple of years ago. And it's been bad. And it's bad all the way around here in this town. And I think everybody knows it. I'm sorry, I don't want to come over, but yeah, I think everybody knows it. I think everybody within probably 20 blocks of us got it very, very bad. There's been a lot of businesses closed and a lot of people have lost their livelihood, and we will probably, I hate to say, probably end up closing the other shop because we can't even stand to go in there. But since it's looking like we keep going back and forth, and we've had appointments of whether our building is going to be demolished or we've got people who can rebuild the front because the damage is from the windows up. But our insurance still refuses to pay, and they gave us, I think it was a little over $7,000 for our roof, the insurance company, which is not much more than a year's premium. And it's just been unbelievable. And so we don't know. We've been trying to get everything out of there in case the building being demolished, because that's what we're hearing. And we are physically connected to two other buildings. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, you can finish it up, it's fine.
And so it's been really, really bad. And we've been in constant touch with Mike, and we've had meetings.
Randy.
Randy, I think that's what Randy says.
You don't see him? Okay.
I think it's the normalcy. But yeah, we're doing everything we can. But we know the building can't be demolished because there's two buildings. It will just domino.
Question, Larry. It sounds like to me she needs an attorney. I mean,
I don't know. What did the insurance commissioner say? I mean,
They were trying to get it straightened out with shelter.
they didn't have an answer for you yet, but they are doing something or trying.
They are doing something. Unfortunately, shelter sent up, I believe you looked at the report from their PE. Their
Have we gotten one since then? Has a new report come out?
He's coming tomorrow. He's
Okay,
coming
all right.
Thursday.
We got our engineer, Patrick Stewart, I called him today to set up the time, and everything to set up the time, for the meeting. For him to come look at the evaluation of the building to see how structurally sound it is. And I've got to get a hold of, Chief Stewart, the fire chief, so that he can have a fire truck there with a button so that Patrick can go up and look at the roof too, to check it out at the same time, because I don't want him on that roof, for sure. But Patrick will get the information to us, let us know how sound the building is. But Melissa's talking about just taking the front facade and taking it down to the bottom of the windows, right?
To the bottom of the windows. We could have done it to the top of the windows, but since it's one block off of the historical district, we can go back in and it'll be a lot less money. It's looking like it's gonna be like $35,000 to save the building. There is, I've talked to several, masons, to take it down and put cement block, and the windows are in excellent condition. right above them, and it's starting to, we have a really tall facade, and it's starting to lean out. And once that facade gets taken down, literally, the bricks are just taken off. And they have a bucket truck that they can get in there, and it will be much easier to just take out the windows and put cement block.
It'll be more structurally sound.
Right.
if they do
Mrs.
that.
Cole, I will say this. I've seen Mike work. I've worked with this in the city, and I've seen Mike work with people. Sitting on the commission, I've seen him work with people. It is not our intention, if we can keep from doing it, to tear that building down.
I'd rather say
We would,
building.
yes, that's, I was saying, I feel like this is where you're wanting to get to. We do not want to see it come down. If we can keep the building and keep it so that it is safe for the public to walk by, then I don't care how ugly it looks for a little while as we're making changes, as long as we're making progress.
Yeah,
Um,
that's really what I.
Engineers show up.
Right.
So that Patrick can look at it, and I'm gonna ask him if they take it down to below the windows, if it will still be structurally
Right.
sound. That if that would work, and if he says yes, it will, by all means, we can go for it. If he says no,
Right.
we gotta do this, this, and this, and that's what they gotta meet.
Like I said, it is never our intention to take people's property, do anything like that. And I know Mike's pretty fair man.
You
So-
know, he'll do all he can to help you.
Yeah.
Because I know we are not getting anywhere with the insurance.
I can tell you, he is not getting pushed in any way from this group to say cut it down or knock it down. And I don't feel like that's his intentions either.
The only thing, I get a contractor to look at for a demo.
Absolutely.
just in case. That way, being that an event is coming up at the end of Arkalala,
Arkalala,
we want to make sure that that area is safe, for sure. But like I said, we get the engineer.
Okay.
I just feel like I've been.
She's got a lot going on. a little
It
bit.
sounds like it.
She does.
We don't want to be any more of a burden to you, but we also need to think of the other citizens.
Yeah, and like I said, I brought it up in the first place that I was worried about.
Sure, absolutely.
But we're really, we're trying, it's been very, very stressful.
I
We're
could-
doing everything we can.
I can
on our
only
part.
imagine. I can only imagine.
We know that we're trying to get everything out of in front to pull everything back. You know, because we know that no matter what has to be done to the front of that building, it's all gonna have to be empty at the front
Sure.
to be reconstructed or anything. It's gonna have to be.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be empty, but that's our biggest.
Okay.
Our biggest worry is that.
You don't worry about us pushing any harder than we absolutely have to.
And we're just doing everything. we
I
can.
called Patrick this morning. He hasn't returned my phone call. I'll call him tomorrow morning to have it set up for Thursday.
He had sent a new message that it's gonna be Thursday.
But we need a time, because I've got to have Stuart there.
I'll tell you what, not to push it, because if I would say, if you guys just want to talk after and figure out that plan, that'd be great.
You want to stay around for a while?
Thank you very much. I appreciate the update and the information. Anybody else, Tiff?
Then no one else has signed up.
Okay. All right.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.
I do have one more.